Humans have often been described as a virus on planet Earth, one which constantly destroys nature and hinders life for the beautiful animals who live among us. That is why we believe we have a special duty to help these animals whenever they need us, especially when it is only humans capable of helping. In today's video, we will share with you some heartbreaking clips of animals asking us for help. This hungry stray puppy wandered around all by himself along the dangerous train tracks, trying to find something to eat just to survive for another day. Because of the cruelty of many humans, the puppy was terrified when this man approached him. But this man wasn't like everyone else, and after gaining the puppy's trust, he took him home to live the happy and comfortable life he truly deserves. A baby shark found itself trapped among the rocks and may never have seen its family again if it hadn't been for these surfers. They tried to simply push the young creature into deeper water, but they had to do much more to get it back home.
Go! Go on! It's out!
A kitten was trapped inside a burning house, and after inhaling too much smoke, the kitten was left unconscious. But thankfully, one brave firefighter spotted the tiny kitten and did everything in his power to save its life. Unfortunately, some people would probably let an animal experiencing heart failure die, but this man in India secured his place in our hearts by showing you should never give up.
Yeah? Aye! Sorry!
On this road in Thailand, a huge snake had tightly coiled itself around a young deer in an attempt to suffocate it. While several cars drove by, oblivious to the cruelty of nature, one decided to come to this deer's rescue and saved it from becoming a tasty meal for the snake. After this man helped a sloth cross the street, the adorable animal even thanked him for his kindness. When a stray dog fell in this canal, a group of kind people came together to demonstrate what we humans can accomplish when we work together. This female loggerhead turtle had a net stuck so far down its throat that it made it difficult for the animal to eat or even breathe. But thankfully, the turtle found these kind people who were willing to help. These people encountered a wild wolf who was in desperate need of CPR. Despite being one of the most dangerous animals in the world for humans, they did not even hesitate to risk their own safety to save the poor animal. This baby deer was hopelessly stuck in the mud, and it appeared the situation was dire. But suddenly, a human comes to its aid, skillfully operating an excavator with pinpoint accuracy, rescuing the baby from the sticky situation. And in this video, you'll see how an excavator was similarly used to rescue a bear. When a baby deer fell down and got stuck in a fence, the mother struggled to free its baby, but these people heard the screams of the young fawn and came to their rescue. After a long mission, the baby deer was finally free and could reunite with his grateful mother.
Baby's okay. Baby's fine. No one wants to hurt her. There you go.
When an exhausted camel was seen collapsed on the side of the road in the middle of the Algerian desert, this truck driver stopped to provide water to the thirsty animal. When this calf fell into a canal with very strong currents, it seemed sure that it would drown, and if it wasn't for this brave man who risked his life, it certainly would not have survived. When a cat fell into the water, it seemed impossible that it would be able to get out. But thankfully, this man came up with a creative idea and saved the poor animal. We've all seen adorable little ducklings struggling to keep up with their mothers, so when these two ducklings couldn't jump up on the curb to follow their mama, they were lucky this kind man was willing to help. This family went on their daily beach walk where their dogs love to take a swim, but they didn't expect something would go horribly wrong today. One of the dogs suddenly slipped below the surface and was about to drown. But thanks to the owner's quick response, the dog was saved at the very last moment. This squirrel was so stricken by heat stroke that it barely had any strength left in its body, when suddenly, a gracious man brought the squirrel some much-needed water. The squirrel was so grateful for his kind gesture, he didn't want to leave the man's side. Sometimes we underestimate the intelligence of animals just because we can't communicate with them. But in fact, a lot of animals are very smart. Just like this sea turtle. Not only did it realize it had something on its back that it couldn't get rid of itself, but also figured out that a human could be its savior. So it approached this diver and asked for help, and luckily, it was the right decision. When this husky pup choked on his food, it caused his heart to stop beating. But this kind-hearted man did everything he could to save him. This stray dog was wandering around an industrial site when it fell into molten rubber and became stuck in the toxic mixture with only its mouth poking out for air. Workers followed the screams of the dog and spent 2 hours getting it out. When 2 locals were driving in Kazakhstan, where the temperature had reached minus 58 degrees Celsius, they spotted a roe deer quietly standing with its head down. The deer's muzzle was completely encased in ice and snow, and the animal could hardly move or see anything. But instead of just passing by like many would, they stopped and spent just a few minutes of their lives in order to save the life of this helpless deer.
Не, глаза.
This man in Pakistan put his life in danger to rescue an injured pigeon drowning in the water. Thanks to these guys' epic rescue mission, the pigeon was able to fully recover from its injury and continue its life. During wildfires, it's the animals that suffer the most. When this massive blaze had finally gone out, this woman went out in search of animals that needed help and found a little kangaroo with burned hands who was crying for help. And how about this goat whose horns got stuck in electric cables? The footage is simply heartbreaking, clinging to a ladder that the goat knows its life depends on. Even after the rescue team freed the goat, it stuck around, looking back at its saviors again and again, as if to say, "Thank you." These 2 brave and quick-thinking kayakers rescued a distressed moose calf from drowning after watching it fall from the steep mountain into the cold water.
Got her! I got you! Buddy! Hey buddy, it's okay. It's okay, bud. It's okay, buddy. She'll warm up quick.
Keep moving.
Yeah.
While searching for water in a village in northern India, a wild leopard ended up in trouble after getting its head stuck inside a pot. The 3-year-old big cat was found wandering around, blind as it struggled to free itself. Even though a trapped wild animal is very dangerous, these brave men didn't hesitate to try and help. After a long and complicated struggle, they finally managed to free the exhausted animal and transport it back far into the wilderness. These wildlife workers rescued a baby who was stuck in a ditch and couldn't climb out. The elephant's family had given up hope, but using an excavator, these people managed to dig the poor animal out. Just watch how the elephant's family comes running to greet their baby. It is so heartwarming to see the elephants welcome their child back to safety and salute the rescuers, saying thank you in their own way before heading off. Let us know in the comment section which of these clips was your favorite. And while you're down there, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.